Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. Here's a look at our market leading stocks for the coming session. This is going to be for Wednesday, November 5th, 2014. A little bit of a bias to the buy side here on the NASDAQ. I have a couple things sticking out. Notice the price action in Baidu very strong. Also Alibaba following earnings. Have a volume bump here in Qualcomm, but not really a discernible move here, and no signal on either side. Moving on to the financials, mostly lighter volume here. The only exception was ICE with upside CPS. That was in play yesterday, so you should have been tipped off to that. We're a little bit better to buy here. Got a couple of upside CPSs and a couple of contra candles, and perhaps the lack of anything on the sell side is the most interesting feature there. Got a similar situation in the energy patch. Not much on the sell side here. We've got one signal. LNG is flirting with the downside CPS. See the open close deviation there. Rig also having another tough day today, 3.5% below the day's open. Valero VLO has an upside CPS, but unfortunately it's only on a typical volume and not a volume bump. Moving on to the market generals, pretty much paired off here with buys and sells. Very light volume for the most part here. I expect the volume to pick up a little bit more towards the end of the week as we get closer to the non-farm number on Friday. But for now, it's pretty slow going. Got a downside CPS in Dow Chemical. That's 2.5% below the day's open and well below the day's VWAP. So that one's being sold fairly aggressively into the close here. Housing stocks, nothing doing here. Very, very light volume. Transportation, a little bit mixed up here. Some weakness in CSX with a signal to the downside and some volume. And UPS putting up a downside RPS signal on fairly decent volume. So that's going to be one to watch for tomorrow. As far as the commodities go, a little bit to the buy side here, absence of sell signals, just like some of the other sectors. Some definite movements. ABX is 4.5% below the day's open, 2% below the day's VWAP. So that's getting a very, very weak close. Newmont Mining is pretty weak as well, but neither of those have signals associated with them. Got RPS signals in Mosaic and Potash, but they're very weak today. But they don't have any kind of volume bumps to go with them. So that's got to be taken with a grain of salt. All right, folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.